The Caribbean has long struggled with a lack of awareness regarding the significance of marine sanctuaries and the need to protect cetacean species. In response, the TI DOLPHIN AN NOU project was launched with a strong emphasis on research, education and policy making to ensure the protection of whales and dolphins. French Ambassador Francis Etienne highlighted the idea behind the project as regional fisheries officers and officials gathered at Harbour Club for the presentation of this year's research report.
It's obvious now, in the eyes of the experts, but in the eyes of the populations as well, that we need to preserve marine resources, and we need to preserve resources of biodiversity all around the world. It's not to say that we have to freeze what we have, but it's to have a vision for long, sustainable management of resources. And so the project we have with TI DOLPHIN AN NOU was, over the last 4 years, to push for public awareness, especially among the young ones, to push for research and gather data on the cetaceans and their environment, and to share this knowledge in order to help decision makers to make good decisions, meaning sanctuaries where they are needed, and other measures in order to preserve the fauna and the marine resources.
Etienne stressed the urgency of raising awareness about marine preservation, particularly among younger generations, to foster long-term sustainability.
Urgency has never been greater. You can have the best agreement in the world. It's all depending on the people in the real world for real action. If you want things to be implemented, it depends on the people. I know of examples in the past of imperfect agreements which have led to really strong improvements. And diplomatic life is made of step-by-step efforts. But in this, what is rising on a daily basis, despite some political shifts here and there, is the awareness of the fragility of the ecosystem everywhere.
Meanwhile, the director of the Caribbean Cetacean Society highlighted the crucial role that whales play in combating climate change. Beyond their importance to food security, whales act as a natural carbon sink, absorbing and storing carbon that would otherwise be released into the atmosphere. The director also noted that while whales have historically been a source of food in some regions, their conservation is essential for maintaining ocean health and global environmental balance.
All the whales and dolphins, they're what we call apex predators, so they're going to kind of protect the food chain. So the more whales that we have, the more fish that we have actually. And we know how we love fish, so if we want to keep fishing and keep having fish in the barbecue or in a stew or in the pan, we need to protect the whales. But it's not only this. Whales actually can store 4 times more carbon dioxide than the Amazon forests. So if you talk about storing carbon dioxide, you talk about fighting climate change. If you fight climate change, you also fight the hurricane. And we can see how much hurricanes are scary in the Caribbean. So actually protecting the whales is a way to protect us against the hurricane because we protect us about the climate change. So, I mean, it's not about protecting the whales, it's about protecting us at the end.
Despite global uncertainties, stakeholders at the conference remain committed to advancing cetacean research and promoting policies that protect marine life. The event is expected to produce valuable insights that will guide future conservation efforts and decision-making processes throughout the Caribbean. For Choice News Now, I am Kishana Smith.